On December 12th. Tommy DeVito looked great last night, and he is a presence for this Giants team. The players are buying in, the teammates. Dable looked ecstatic, and the things that Dable said to him before the final drive, Peter, it was a fantastic finish.
Yeah, so they asked Dable, we don't have the sound, they asked Dable after the game, like, were you confident that Tommy DeVito can do that at the end, and having not had the NFL experience of leading a team to a game-winning drive? Dable said, oh, with Tommy, you don't have to worry about that. That's nothing. There's a couple plays we like and go out there and rip that son of a B-I-T-C-H. I'm like, all right, Daves, let's go. Just rip it, dude. Sure. And yes, the agent, Sean Stellato, who we've had at this table multiple times, like we can talk, and we will. And the father and the kissing and the tailgate for 400 people where they're having chicken cutlets. It's great. Like, it's fun. It's great.
Good for business.
Good for business. The football's pretty good, too. DeVito went 17 of 21 for 160, a touchdown, and he ran the ball for 71 yards, which Jason's going to talk about extensively. But, like, they look like a competent team, and the fans are loving it. This is a blast to have in New York. Kyle, we've talked about Linsanity quite a bit in comparing this. It's a little different in that, like, Jeremy Lin was, like, hardcore focused, and it wasn't a joke to him. Like, feels like DeVito's in on it. Like,
also, like, Lin was a Harvard man.
Yeah, like a man of letters.
Yeah, it's just, he was erudite, and, like, this is a guy who's from Jersey.
Yes,
you know,
and, like,
perfect.
And his family's leaning in, and he's leaning in, and he openly says, like, it's good for business. Guess what? What might have been just a cup of coffee, let's get as much as we can while we're on the field. This guy's going to have an NFL career. He's fantastic. This is awesome. They're 5-8. Long shot, but they are alive, and this thing is pretty cool to have in December when I think all of us were saying Giants season was over in Thanksgiving. It's pretty great.
I drive by Don Bosco on the way to work, and I thought they were going to be roping it off this morning. To be honest.
Should be.
They should be just like traffic. People are going to be going by, seeing the picture of the house that Tommy DeVito built. Not really. People were at Don Bosco a lot longer.
Yeah, a long time. But unbelievable story. It's crazy to think he came back and won that game because that last drive by Jordan Love and the Packers, you're like, my goodness, the Packers are going to win this football game despite how rough it was early on for them, especially for Jordan Love. As you're watching that game last night, he just didn't have it, and they had been on such a tear, and there were just throws where it was just off. It wasn't that there was a ton of pressure in his face or guys weren't getting open. There was some throws, ones to the outside, ones where it was just like, wow, that's just high, or it's too low, whatever the case it would be. Matt LaFleur after the game said he didn't see this letdown coming. They weren't good enough in any phase of the game, which was surprising because of how well they had played and how much was on the line for them and their playoff hopes. He had one where Kayvon Thibodeau ripped it away from him. We saw that interception, and still they found a way to hang tough, but then also for them defensively, just they couldn't stop the run with Saquon Barkley and Tommy DeVito being able to run the ball all over them. And the Giants defense just made it tough for anything for the Packers to do. And some of that is the way they've taken the ball away throughout this winning streak for the New York Giants. There was a time we were talking about Brian Dable and his job security and everything that was going on. And here they are on a winning streak. And with Wink Martindale on the defensive side of the ball and people saying him and Dable, forget about all of that.
It might have worked. Having that out there might have worked, Jason.
No doubt about it. Sometimes adversity builds something within a team. 12 takeaways in their last 3 games, and they're finding ways to win late in this season.
There are a lot of opinions about how much Taylor Swift has shown during Chiefs games. There are people who think it's too much. Like, I need more DeVitos.
Do you?
Yes, I do. And I'll tell you why. Jason, you just ran a highlight on the show. Yeah. Little TV talk here. We have different iterations of our highlight packages. There's the long version, the short version, the 1-play, 2-play. What was that, the short?
Short.
All right, in the short highlight, the DeVito family showed up 4 times. Brian Dable showed up 1 time. And then when we went to the after sound of the press conference, the DeVito family was back 5 times in the short highlight, and it's not enough for me. It's so entertaining. I actually want them to do something generational. I almost want like the DeVito cast.
Yeah.
Like I want them permanently on the screen. Listen, it just brings up like every single impression of Italian Americans that you've ever, like, I am at like Henry and Karen's wedding when Paulie is walking around saying every guy was named Peter or Paul and every woman was named Marie.
Yeah.
It's just so fun to look at because, you know, Taylor Swift's a pop star, but you can see her anywhere you want. This is really the only time you can see this crew, and it's just every Sopranos reference and every Gabagool mention, and it's all so fun, and there's kissing. Kissing of the agents, kissing of this, and kissing back from the agents. You have to kiss back and forth. Peter mentioned it. The agent's name, remind me.
Sean Stellato.
Sean Stellato, he came in here, and
Yeah.
Jamie and I were the only regulars who were here that
It was
day.
the day of the draft, day 3.
It was awesome. And we're like, he's going to go and whatever. They were so excited. And like, they came in here and there was like 3 or 4 of them and they all appeared to be brothers and I don't think they are. And it was just a lot of chains and suits and they were so nice and so excited about Tommy DeVito. But it was like, we get a lot of representatives up in here and they're like, and then we get those guys.
So memorable
Totally
that day.
different.
So memorable.
What do you remember?
I remember.
It was awesome.
I remember Tommy DeVito sitting in that chair, which means you were displaced over here. And about 30 seconds, again, inside TV talk, 30 seconds where we're like, okay, sit down, please, Tommy. We want to talk to you. They're over in that corner of the studio with his agent taking a selfie video.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me and Tommy. We're here at
awesome.
Good Morning Football on the day 3 of the NFL draft, and we're going to see where Tommy's going to go today. It's going to be great. Let's get this guy to a team. And it was like, we're doing TV in 15 seconds. Sit back down, please. It was awesome. Can you do me a favor, Kyle? Can you do the treatment for Tommy DeVito? Because you gave the Lincoln Tunnel.
I mean, look how much you love it. I mean, Peter, you were in the 15, if I'm not mistaken.
Jeff
this is Hostetler's number. You got this, and then like you love that.
Yep.
You love a little bit of the blood drip and the toughness and the bicep and the Giants, the old school. It's all just a perfect blend. And he couldn't look more Italian if he was throwing a red shell at a Koopa Troopa. Like it is so perfect. I love that.
Thank you.
I would imagine our guy Stellato, who I've not gotten a text from yet this morning, but we have our ongoing text throughout this time.
Stellato.
I imagine you'll be seeing Sean Stellato on this network, on other networks. There will be a media tour for Sean Stellato, and I'm here for it.
Tyson Bajan's arm wrestling father.
Yes.
Walked so Stellato could walk.
That guy didn't do the media tour. Remember, we couldn't get a hold of him after the fact.
Yeah.
Do we need agents on media tours?
Here we go.
Yeah. I want to talk to that guy.
Good for business,
Sorry to throw
Jason.
that-